Situated on Port Eynon Point overlooking the bay are the ruins of a building known as the Salt House. It is a scheduled ancient monument and has been extensively excavated. The site consists of a set of stone-built structures, some now hidden beneath the sands. The beach structures consist of 3 stone-lined chambers with walls over 1 metre thick, the largest chamber being 20 metres by 3 metres. At a higher level are a group of 2-storey buildings with thick fortified walls. This site has attracted some interesting stories about its history. The so-called historical annotation of the Lucas family claimed the building was erected in the mid-16th century and fortified by John Lucas, who apparently also fortified Culver Hole, connecting the two via an underground passage. From this stronghold, aided by a group of lawless men, he engaged in piracy, resisting all attempts by the authorities to dislodge him. The history claims that 7 generations later, another John Lucas found a rich vein of paint mineral and exposed it from the base of the salt house, but shortly after his death the building was ruined in a storm. The name of that building was said to have come the fact that the sea washed against its battlements. Later, this was shown to be fabricated by the family history written by the Reverend Dr. J.H. Spry during the 1830s in connection with a family lawsuit over the ownership of the property. It appears to have been originally built in the mid-16th century as a site of salt production. The main building, still visible today, was used for the occupation and storage, while 3 large chambers on the beach were used for the salt production. The site was chosen for the high salinity of the bay with little freshwater contamination. The sea water would enter the beach chambers at high tide, where it would be stored in a reservoir. The water would be pumped into large iron pans and slowly heated and evaporated. As the salt formed, it would be scooped off and stored in the northern part of the main building to dry. The first knowledge of the salt house at Port Eynon comes from a letter written in the 16th century about a ship carrying salt out of Port Eynon. A salt house in Port Eynon is also mentioned in the document of 1598. It would seem Welsh salt houses of the latter 16th century were amongst the most advanced for their day. The value of the salt is perhaps shown by the fact that the site was enlarged and fortified during the 17th century, with the inclusion of musket loops within the thick walls. It appears salt production ceased around the mid-17th century. Some of the structures were subsequently demolished, but occupation continued in the main house, the most recent being used at the northern end as oystermen's cottages, which were finally abandoned in 1880. Please enjoy the rest of the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.